So Louise, talk me through how you would deal with an issue where someone's got body odour and you've been asked to come in and speak to that person. How would you deal with it?
Always slightly tricky and can be embarrassing, obviously, for both parties. But I think the important thing is to try and approach it with sensitivity. I would always think first about where that meeting is going to be held and how you invite somebody into the meeting. Calling somebody off a open plan office floor to say, oh, can you come in and speak to me? Everyone's thinking, oh, what's going on? And, why are they being called in? So it's just about really being mindful of where you run the meeting.
So face-to-face is easier than like a Teams call, would you say?
I like face-to-face meetings. I think it's a more human approach. It's a sensitive subject. So I would always prefer to have the discussion face-to-face. But Teams can be quite useful for this kind of meeting because it means that somebody's potentially working from home. It's a quiet area. It can be quite useful, and it does allow the individual at the end of the meeting to compose themselves and take a few minutes before they then need to have another meeting or to go and do something else. I'd also be looking at somebody's diary and just making sure they're not going to head into an important sales pitch in 15 minutes time. But it shouldn't be that difficult a conversation. I think it's about being clear, about being succinct, but not being blunt. Oh, you really smell is a very blunt and rude way of approaching something, even if culturally, that's acceptable. That's never going to engender a two-way discussion around whether there's an issue that they need more support with. So I would always rather take a more dignified approach of, I've noticed lately that there's a body odour issue that you seem to be struggling with, and I wanted to check whether you were aware of it and whether everything's okay. Sometimes there can be an underlying reason, and sometimes people are not aware in the least, and so you're bringing it to their attention. With the times I've had those conversations, individuals will quite often offer a reason. It might be that they've started cycling to work, their washing machine's broken, or they might simply be unaware that it's something that they're struggling with. So it's about really giving them the opportunity to share with you, offering whatever support you can. There might be a workplace washing machine that they can use. You might be able to provide them with additional uniform. It might be that there's a workplace shower. Any of those types of things that could be supportive and helpful for individuals, it's worth exploring. But also I try and flag to an individual that it might be useful to go to their GP and to take some advice. And our job is to sort people, to support people with these issues, not to judge them or make them feel humiliated in any way. So the more support and advice we can offer, the better. My experience is that people will probably lack eye contact, will feel a little embarrassed. Get a bit defensive as well. Potentially. They want out of the conversation as quickly as possible. So I wouldn't prolong the discussion. I would never then go on to have a further meeting, a one-to-one or a wider meeting. And to say, I'm here if you want to talk. If there's anything further you think of that you think we could help with or support with, please come back to me. I'll leave it with you.